Heat win 109-103 over the Celtics in game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals. So this was kind of a boring game at the beginning. It was almost a 20-point lead very quickly. At one point in like the first quarter or like near the start of the second quarter, it was 41-18. So it was just already looking like a blowout, which really sucked because like the first two games of the series were also a blowout. So I wasn't very excited about that, but it actually turned out to be a really good game. This is the Bam Adebayo game that we've been waiting for. Bam in the first two games, really like nothing on offense. He scored a total of 16 points in the first two games, and in this game he came out really strong offensively. At the very beginning, he was already like the very start of the game. He had like 8 points, 3 out of 4, 4 out of 5. He had like 11 points in the first quarter overall. He ended up with 31, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals, and a block. Really good game from him. This is the offensive Bam that they needed. He was rolling to the basket hard. He got a couple dunks. He got some off the dribble, just like through the legs, hit a mid range in front of Al Horford at the start of the game. He hit a tough mid range at the end of the first quarter against Daniel Tice. He had like a spin around layup around Al Horford at the beginning. He was cooking pretty well in this game. Really good game from him. Jimmy Butler left in the second half due to inflammation in his right knee or something like that. He ended only up with 8 points. There's really not much to say for him. He barely played. He only played the first half. MVP for the Heat for this game, other than Bam, obviously, with his 31. I would definitely say PJ Tucker. PJ Tucker was putting the clamps. Yeah, you can definitely say he was putting the clamps on Jason Tatum today. The same way he was defending Kevin Durant last year with the Bucks. He was just really physical, in your face, relentless defense on Tatum, not letting him have any free space, just like trying to always be in front of him, be physical with him. And offensively, he had a really good game. 3 of 6 from the line, 3 of 6 from the three, 5 of 10 overall. 7 rebounds for PJ Tucker is great. 3 steals as well. Really good game from him offensively. Usually PJ Tucker isn't much of an offensive threat, but tonight he was really essential for them. Overall, Miami, 19 steals in this game. They were turning the ball over like crazy for Boston, which I'll get to. Boston with 24 turnovers in this game. Absolutely disgusting. But, Miami just had so many steals. Bam had 4 steals. Kyle Lowry came back today. Not the greatest shooting night from him, but much better game than the last time he was playing. He only had 11 points, but 4 steals from him. Victor Oladipo, not very good shooting, but 4 steals from him as well. PJ with 3 steals, Jimmy with 2. Really good. They were just in the passing lanes, and as well as some bad turnovers from Boston that I'll get to. Max Strus also really good today, 16 points. He had a huge 3 that I'll get to, but 4 out of 7 from him, 6 of 12 overall. Gabe Vincent was okay. Tyler Hero, really bad game from him, 4 of 15. Apparently he might be injured. I think they were icing his leg or something like that, so I guess he was injured, which is why he didn't play. But not the threat that he needed to be offensively, but Bam really stepped up today. Really good for Bam. He had to step up after his first 2 games, just scoring like 8 points in each game, which is really disappointing. He's supposed to be their second all-star. You could say that Tyler Hero is their second scorer, and sometimes he's their first scorer when Jimmy's not scoring. But tonight, neither of them did, so Bam had to step up, and he did. So really good from him. Obviously, still really good defense as well. Really good game for him. Let's talk about the Boston side. They were down quite a lot. They were down 25 points at one point near the start of the second quarter. Miami was hitting a lot of threes in the first quarter and first half in general. Not a lot of threes in this game overall from either team, but Miami was hitting a lot at the beginning. but defensively they were in a zone for part of the game, but the Celtics had a huge trouble scoring, but they were able to dwindle the lead from like 25-ish. They went on a 10-0 run near the end of the second. Tatum hit his only three at the end of the second to lower the lead down to 15. You know, they had momentum going into halftime, which was good for them. Jaylen Brown, 40-point game today, 9 rebounds, 14 of 20 in the field, pretty efficient. 7 turnovers, which, not ideal, but pretty good effort from Jaylen Brown. He was like their only offense in the first half. Him and Al Horford, because Tatum, horrible game. I'll get to him, but Jaylen, he was really their offense in the first half, as well as Al Horford, really good game from him, 20 points and 14 rebounds, 3 blocks, 3 assists from him, 7 of 14, 3 of 5 from the 3. Really good Al Horford game. Unfortunately, Jason Tatum did not show up at all today. 10 points, 3 of 14 shooting, 1 of 7 from 3, 6 turnovers, 3 fouls. Bad, very bad game from Jason Tatum. He had a similar 10-point game in the Milwaukee series. I don't know which one would be worse, to be honest, but both of them. This might be his worst game of the playoffs. It's definitely up there because, even though the Celtics were down 15 at halftime, they had a real chance to win this game, because after halftime, Jimmy Butler did not play due to his right knee thing. So I was like, Boston had momentum. They cut the lead down to 15. They had a real chance to steal this game back that they were losing and that they were down big in with Jimmy not playing. But Bam stepped up from the Heat. PJ Tucker defensively stepped up on Jason Tatum. But other than Jaylen and Al Horford, I would say the MVP for the Celtics is Marcus Smart. Jesus Christ, bro. He fell down. I thought he broke or ripped something when he fell down in the third quarter at around 9 minutes. He rolled his ankle really bad. It looked bad. And I was scared that he broke something, and I was like, dang, they really don't need this, because Marcus just came back. Game 2 was really big for him defensively and offensively. He almost had a triple-double. And, he's their heart and soul. He's their point guard, basically. So I felt bad to see him go down. He still, he had a good game. But the madman, the psychopath, came back off of pure adrenaline. He was running back through the tunnel, and he came back in the game and checked in. And on his very first play that he checked in, he hit a step back 3, his only 3 of the game, somehow. But crazy. I can't believe that he came back and that he played. I wonder what the injury report for him will be now. He seemed okay, honestly, playing afterwards, but I'm not sure how much of that is sustainable through the next game. He rolled his ankle pretty bad. So Grant Williams had an okay game. It was basically Jaylen Brown offensively throughout the whole game, including the third where he had 11 points as well. And in the fourth, huge buckets from Jaylen. One bucket that he got a big 3 to cut the lead down. They were clawing their way back into this game, and he cut the lead down to 1 with a 3. It was 92-93, and I was like, this is their best chance. Obviously, this is their best chance, but they had an opportunity to steal this game back when they didn't deserve to win this game. They had 23 turnovers, which Miami got 33 points off of their turnovers, which is crazy. Miami also with 19 steals. If Boston was able to pull this out and basically steal this game back from Miami when they were down by 27 at one point, it would have been amazing. But right after that, Max Strus hit such a quick trigger on his jump shot, a crazy 3, and then the next play down for the Heat, Bam had a really awkward jump shot, a really long 2. It wasn't, I don't even know, he was trying to get a foul as well. Al Horford was right in his face, He was like, he almost fumbled the ball, and then he just hit the jumper, and of course he did. That pulled the lead back up to like 6, and after that there was like some free throws, a technical foul here and there, a really bad Jason Tatum turnover near the end. This game, you can't really. I think you have to blame Jason Tatum on this game, to be honest. 10 points from your star playing like this. Tucker had him in Alcatraz today. He was just defended really well, and he couldn't get any rhythm this game. The turnovers are bad as well. Jalen, he also had 7 turnovers, but when he scores 40 and is their main offense, I can't be too mad at him for having 7 turnovers. He does have some bonehead plays sometimes. I don't know. His dribbling is really awkward sometimes. He had like one spin around move, and then he kind of just fell on the ground with like Victor Oladipo all over him. But for Boston, this is definitely a game that they were very close to almost stealing it back, and they just couldn't capitalize off of it. Even when it got down to 1 point, it just wasn't enough for them, which is unfortunate. But they didn't play that good. They weren't passing that well. They had a lot of turnovers. Like I said before, they were sloppy on defense with some plays. They just weren't trying as hard as they normally do. It's a rough game to lose. And for Miami, this is an amazing game, obviously, to win with Bam showing out. But they were able to hold on to the lead. Like at the start of the third quarter, it was a 15-point game. And after the crazy third quarter with Smart getting injured and Tatum also got injured in the fourth, where his like shoulder. I don't even know what happened to him. I saw the replay, and it didn't look like he got touched on his shoulder, but he was down, and then he came back out and whatnot. But for the Heat, they really have to keep their head high. This was a great win for them. They were able to keep the lead even when Jimmy wasn't there, and really gotta give your credit to the Heat for this game. Really good win from them. This play right here, this 3 was crazy. This was their best chance. But, they went on a 12-0 run, man. They were really, like, cutting the lead down. Like, Miami was, not to say that they were lucky, but Boston really went on a big run over here. And they definitely could have won this game and stolen this game back. But they just couldn't pull it out. Max Strus, sorry. This 3. Such a quick trigger. Literally the next play. Look at how quick he shoots this. Boom. That's a tough 3. This is the Bam shot. Look at this. It's such an awkward shot, and it just goes in. Perfect. Gets the lead up to 6, and after that, there was 2 PJ Tucker 3 throws for Miami, and then there was just back and forth 3 throws. Boston couldn't just crawl out of this one. This right here as well for the Boston Celtics. They shot 33 throws. They shot way more than Miami, and Miami had a lot of their 3 throws in the last minute right here. They had 9 out of 14 in the last minute. For most of the game, Miami only had 5 3 throws. So, like, that's also another thing that Boston had that they just couldn't capitalize on having tonight. This play right here by Lowry. Look at this. Just an easy steal by him. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Really good play by Lowry. He didn't have the greatest shooting night, but this is just the leadership and the experience of Lowry. This is the Marcus Smart 3 after he just rolled his ankle and then came running back. Look at this. PJ Tucker, the defense right here. I mean, not much. But this step back by Marcus, this is crazy. After, literally, that's pure adrenaline right there. That's insane. Miami won this game, obviously. The real question now, like, Jimmy Butler, what's his status? Marcus Smart, how about him? He did play tonight, but I'm not sure how well his ankle will be tomorrow, so he'll be questionable as well. Robert Williams also didn't play tonight. And then you have to wonder, you have to hope that Tatum comes back for a strong game 4. They need to win that game. Like, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.